manifestors, it's your girl Nadia Victoria coming through on this Friday with some energy check in. Let's see what Spirit has to say. I am not here to hold you too long. I don't expect to anyways, but we never know what Spirit is going to do, and I always just kind of just yield and let Spirit do what Spirit want to do, because you know what, it might not be for you, but it might be for somebody else. But I always encourage you guys to please just stay in, because you never know, there might be something towards the end that really, stands out. So don't give up too soon. Try to listen until the end. Yes, indeed. But God, I thank you for each and every person here. I ask that you'll cover us all from the crown of our heads to the soles of our feet with your divine white light of love and compassion. I ask also, God, that you would shield us, God, with your fiery wall of protection, God. So when the enemy starts throwing hexes, curses, spells, negativity, even sending death wishes towards us, God, that fiery wall will be so strong that it does not even infiltrate our being, oh God. But God, we ask that you send it on back to the sender, because the only way they're going to learn is when they get a dose of their own medicine. And while you're over there teaching them a valuable lesson, I ask that you will also heal them internally, spiritually, God, so that they'll never return to that darkness again. And God, I yield myself to you in entirety. And I ask that you would speak through me with power, with authority, with clarity, with compassion, God. Speak in such a way that you give us answers, solutions, and illumination, so we'll know exactly which path we should take. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen, amen, amen. And ashe, ashe, ashe. But yes, you guys, I still have been hearing this song, I will trust in the Lord until I die. And what I'm hearing from that is that somebody, that's all you got. And Spirit has said that is all that you need. You know what I'm saying? I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord. I will trust in the Lord until I die. Yes, Spirit is saying that's all you need is your trust in Him. Because when you start putting it in man or putting it in yourself, even sometimes a lot of times you will fail. Okay, that trust is going to prove to not be worthy, you know what I'm saying, of your time. It's gonna prove to be shaky, and it's gonna prove to not be there when you really and truly need it. But Spirit say, when you learn how to trust in Him, you know what I'm saying, I don't care if it's sickness, I don't care if it is finances that you need, I don't care if it's loneliness and depression that you're facing. Spirit is saying, just put your trust in me, okay? Put your trust in Him. Like I said, that might be all that you have. God, I don't know what else to do. I just got to trust you. And that's where He wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? That's where Spirit wants you to be. Wants you to be at a place where, when you've done all that you can do, all you can do is stand. Okay? Like what that Donnie McClurkin. After you've done all you can, now all you have to do is just stand on what you know, whether that be the word or, your Bible, whatever you stand on. That's at that point where God, the universe, or whatever you call it, can really show Himself strong and mighty and powerful, because now you're exhausted. I'm exhausted. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? I done apply for this job and apply for that job. You know what I'm saying? I done called them people 100 times. I done tried to reconcile with her 100 times. I done tried to reconcile with him 100 times. But God, they're not accepting my apology. So I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? God, I done tried this treatment. I done tried that treatment. I done went to this doctor and that doctor. And I don't know what else to do for this sickness. The Spirit is saying, that's all right. Now all you have to do is trust. And I'm also hearing, you guys, when I used to work in a hospice inpatient unit, and people that work there with me can attest to this. There was a young guy in there. He was probably in his 40s at the time, and I think he had had a stroke, and he had been in there for a very, very, very long time, because his family couldn't take him home and take care of him. We just had a difficult time trying to find placement for him. At any rate, we had these people from a Reiki practitioner group that came in, and they offered free services to come in and do Reiki, Reiki. I think that's how you spell it for those of you who are not familiar with it. Man, let me tell you, when they did that energy healing on him, listen, the the man was moving his limbs and things that he had never moved before. I mean, his whole energetic disposition changed, whereas at one point it looked like everything was distraught. You saw him smiling more, trying to communicate more, you know what I'm saying, shaking his head yes and no. So spirit is saying that for some of us, we might need to, you've already tried all of the physical things and all of the, you know medical professionals. Sometimes you need to take a holistic approach. So maybe you need to look at you a Reiki practitioner in your area, Reiki, or look at some sound healing as well. You know what I'm saying? And no, people that do Reiki are not witches. They're not voodoo practitioners or whatever. They believe in God just like we do. You know what I'm saying? They may have differences, just like, somebody sitting next to you in your church may have a different opinion about certain things. But at the end of the day, it's all about when they come into that room, they come with that oneness, and that is to listen to spirit and to heal you, clear out these blockages, and help you to be able to maneuver more. Okay. And so yes, so that is something that I've been hearing. Reiki healing. And then, you know what, there are some people who can do Reiki healing over the phone. They don't even have to be in your presence. You do not even have to step foot in their office, because it's all energy. They just need to have you at a place where you're quiet, and you can lay down or sit up and be in a comfortable position without a whole bunch of children and grandchildren running around making noise, so that you can receive whatever God is doing for you. You know what I'm saying? So see, God is a spirit. Okay, so he can show up for you. My prayer in Georgia can reach somebody over there in South Africa, okay? Because that's just how God moves. You know what I'm saying? He does not have limitations on, he don't have to be in the house with you. You ain't got to see him walk in the door for you to know that God is present, that God is doing major things in your life. You see what I'm saying? So don't get caught up on that. But I'm here to tell you some of these holistic ways and energetic ways of healing. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have people in your community that are healers. You know what I'm saying? There are certain pastors and prophets that have the gift of healing. You know what I'm saying? There are certain people that has been passed down through their through some of their bloodlines or things like that. Like I've heard back in the day that people could talk fire out of someone if they got burned or whatever. Like, I don't know all the specifics, but I remember hearing it as a little girl. But so there are certain people that have certain gifts and certain healing abilities. Do not just get stuck with what your doctor say. Doctor is not, unless it's Dr. Jesus, okay, or Dr. Allah, or Dr. whoever you call on, then you know what I'm saying. Don't just take their word, and you know what I'm saying, because here's the thing: we start letting things come into our spirit, and that's part of the battle right there, because we accept this stuff right into our hearts. You know what I'm saying? And we accept it into our cells. Now we have to visualize that every cell in our body is healed. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me tell you something. Yes, there is a time for us to live, and there's a time for us to die. So one thing for certain is that that's going to happen. We're going to transition up out of this body one day, but don't let it be because you didn't, you just accepted what somebody said for you. You know what I'm saying? And because you refuse to think outside of the box, because you put God in the box and you said, well, this doctor, you know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I prayed and God didn't move it. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, sometimes God will let you listen to manifestation goddess who is giving you the guidance to look up a Reiki professional. You know what I'm saying? They're all over. You know what I'm saying? If they're not in your hometown, they're some probably 30 to 45 minutes away from you. You know what I'm saying? And it's good too. Sometimes, like if you've done counseling, and see, here's another thing. I tell you guys all the time, we are mind, we are body, and we are spirit. So we have to, when we're going through certain things in life, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just might be you need to just tap in real quick because, there's just like a little issue going on. You've already done therapy, you're good, but just something threw you off and you just need to call in and have you a quick session. And I understand that. But if you have a lot of deep embedded issues that you have never addressed, you should consider therapy counseling. You know what I'm saying? You should, I'm telling you, even as a practitioner, a clinician, I was taught in order for me to really understand people, I needed to go through it myself. I did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was very eye-opening to me. And let me tell you something. Let me get in a place now. I'm going to go and get myself aligned. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get myself back aligned because I know when I'm off. And if you're spiritual, you know when you're off too. And if you're haven't really been tapped in, but you're listening now, you know, I don't know why God got me here, y'all, but somebody needs to hear this. If your energy is off, if you're feeling super anxious, you're feeling super depressed, and sometimes it's just not normal for you, you might want to do some energetic healing. Okay, some energy healing. You know, you just call somebody and Google up and find somebody with some good ratings in your area who's been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying? And go see them. Or sometimes, like I say, they'll do it over the phone. But listen, so if you are there, this is God speaking to you. You are not typically a depressed person. You're not typically anxious, but something is going on with your life right now that has you off balance. Ain't nothing wrong with having you a quick session. Ain't nothing wrong with you picking up the phone and calling just to speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Or speaking to another professional in the area, or just getting you some Reiki healing. You know what I'm saying? Or doing you some sound bowl healing. Go on YouTube and see how it helped other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you and I'm not a Reiki practitioner. I'm not a Reiki therapist, period. But I've seen people in the hospice unit have a Reiki healing session and start moving. You know what I'm saying? Because all they do is they don't even really have to touch you. All they do is just, try to shift energy. They can feel where there's a blockage, maybe in your heart. Maybe you haven't dealt with that pain from someone breaking your heart, or maybe there's still pain there from your relationship with your mom and your dad. Because see, we don't understand the things that we don't let go of can turn into illness. Okay, so our heart chakra could be blocked. Our crown chakra could be blocked. You know what I'm saying? Our third eye could be blocked. Look at chakras. There's certain different things. Like if you have had a lot of trauma related to your to security, and your parents wasn't there, then your root chakra is very likely blocked, as well as your solar plexus. You know what I'm saying? You might not have the confidence in life because you never had anybody really to support you. So I'm just telling y'all what God is telling me to tell y'all. So you either take it and do something with it so that you can move forward in your life. There's something like in my eye, I feel like it's a piece of hair. But yes, so you either take it or leave it. But don't just stop at the medical things. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to you somebody that's well known. Find you somebody that can tell you about different healers in your area, in your city, and go let them schedule you a time. Can I come through? Find you a healing and deliverance service and go through and get yourself touched, healed, and delivered. Okay? Because the doctor does not have the final say so. Okay? You got to align yourself, and sometimes you can't align, and a lot of times because you've been doing a lot of these different chemicals like certain radiation and chemo, it starts clouding your mind. That's even more of the time that you really need to look into energetic healing to move some of that cloudiness out of your mind and out of your thoughts, you know what I'm saying, and out of your body, you know what I'm saying, because chemo and radiation does a lot of damage to our cells. So I'm telling you, different spiritual healing, spiritual baths, cleansings and things like that. Let somebody who has the gift help you through. I'm here to tell y'all, I've seen it happen. I've gone through my own counseling and therapy. I can't tell you something I don't know. I'm telling you because this is what I know, and I know that it can work for somebody who has an open mind and is willing. And for sometimes, people might be like, well, I don't feel nothing right now, when you leave. But listen, that next week, when you ain't got that anxiety no more, when you ain't got that, you ain't worried about nothing, that's when you know that it's working. Because see, just for the last month, you've been crying, trying to figure out what's going to happen. And this week right here, you're like, I just trust God. I just trust God. Okay, like whatever. That energy, that worry has been moved up out of you. You know what I'm saying? That energy has been cleansed up out of you. It's energy. You know what I'm saying? It's energy, and it's stuck energy. It's stuck energy, okay? Because we've been eating it so long. We've been digesting it so long, okay? Y'all, I just had to say it. I don't know why God led me there, but what I had written down was that I would trust in the Lord. And that's how we went from there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Spirit is saying, that some of us, that's all we got is to trust in him. Okay? All we got now is to trust in him. So trust in him. Okay? Trust in him. Yes. God, I just feel so good. I feel like that's touching somebody, God. I feel like somebody's going to look out, God, and they're going to not want to be where they are anymore, God, and they're going to do what they need to do, God. I ask that you would really, really, really heal somebody who is going through sickness, who is really going through depression, God, who is really feeling anxiety right now, God. I ask that you would touch them and you would heal them, God, and move that stagnant energy out of their mind, their body, their soul, their spirit, out of their cells. Every single cell in their body, God, move it out of the way, God. Give them the clarity of mind long enough to say, you know what? I can't do it on my own, so let me not prolong my new life anymore, my life of freedom, and some of us, we're thinking like, we start one step and then we take two steps back. Sometimes it's just a means of you need to get that energy moved. God, I thank you that somebody, I don't care if it's one person, I don't care if it's two, they're going to get the message today, and that's going to be enough. That's going to be enough. God, I feel your presence. Somebody, God is getting ready to do something major, 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 major. All right. Because once that energy gets up off of you, that stagnation, you've been wondering like how I can move forward in my business, why things ain't moving. Let me tell you, when you get that energy cleansed up off of you, you're going to be able to see things a whole lot more differently. And then you're going to be moving forward. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I'm telling you, it is worth it. All right. And so right now, when I pull out these goddesses, Spirit is saying sometimes we are the wounded healers. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how God always just confirms? See, I tell y'all all the time, as the wounded healer, we're always out here trying to heal other people, but we don't take care of ourselves. Okay? You've got goals and aspirations, and it's time for you to stop being the wounded healer. Fix and work on you. Okay, get yourself aligned, because once you are aligned, then you can help somebody else. But it's hard for you to be helping somebody else if you wounded and ain't attending to yourself. Be selfish about your own healing. I guarantee you, for some of you who don't know where to go, you're feeling stuck. I guarantee you, go get you a sound healing. Go get you an energetic healing. Let somebody who is skilled in Reiki, or somebody that is a prophet of God, that is a healer, get on the phone with you, a real spiritual counselor, a therapist, you know what I'm saying? And let them help him. Because let me tell you something, just as I am a healer, I know that I have to do my healing too. I have to stay on top of my baths. I have to stay on top of my protection. I have to stay on top of my alignment too. Because just like you go through life, I go through it too. But I know I have goals and dreams and aspirations. So when I'm off, I got to get myself right. We know when our energy is off. We know when, and if you're tuned in, you'll know when somebody's sending something towards you. You know what I'm saying? And if you're tuned in, God will show you when people are sending things towards you. So that's why it's so important for you to take care of yourself. Don't be a wounded healer walking around here. Be a healed healer. We're always on the journey, but when you know you're off, get back in. See, the thing is, the devil don't want you. He want to get you so far gone in your mind that you just give up on your dreams, that you just give up on love, that you just give up and you just give up the ghost and die. Okay, the ghost is your spirit. Give up the spirit, go on back and just die. Or you give it up and you just living a dead life. No spirit activated. You don't trust nothing. You don't trust God no more. All you're doing is you're just like a shell walking around here and no life in your spirit. That's where the enemy, that's where your haters want you to be. Do you want your haters to be able to say, we sent such negative energy his way, he can't do nothing because we got him so tied up? Do you want your enemies to take that kind of rejoicing over you? Oh, we stressed her out on so much on that job. She quit. She gave up. Now she ain't got nothing. She better lose everything she got. Is that what you want your enemies to be able to rejoice over you? No, see, that's not the kind of God that I serve. He said he'll make my enemies my footstool. Okay? He said he will make my enemies my footstool. Okay? Because he sees it all. He hears it all. And because I am his own, he is not going to let the enemy win. So us as healers, and we can't get the right. We can't help no. Listen, Spirit got me stuck right here, y'all. How can you even, your child walking around and their allergies and stuff messed up, and because you such a wounded person, you ain't even paying attention that their nose running, they throat itching, they ears, they running around here because you're not paying attention because you such a wounded person that you can't even recognize the people that really your children, the people that's under you, under your guidance that God has given you, you know the he's given you the authority over your children to take care of them, but you can't even take care of them because you are a wounded healer. The devil come at you so hard, and haters come at you so hard because you are indeed called. You are indeed a light for this world. Do not let your light go out because of other things that's going on in this world or other people and their hating energies and whatever. No, you deserve it. You deserve to be a healed healer. Okay? And then y'all, I'm telling, can y'all hear me when I say that God just be doing what he do? Let me tell you, I ain't ever even seen this card in him, but liberation. Okay? See, once you take care of you, Miss Healer, Mr. Healer, once you get yourself aligned energetically, get yourself healed, get your mind, get your heart, get your spirit, get all these chakras aligned, then that's when you can truly be free. That's when liberation will come. And let me just see what she says here, liberation. Let me put my I'm telling y'all, spirit do not be playing. Liberation. We all know what liberation means, but they always have just like a creative way of saying things in here. So I want to see what the author intended when she did this. She said, Queen Mother Nanny. That's her name. Queen Mother Nanny. And my kids call my mama Nanny. But break free. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. Your dreams hold the power and keys to your liberation. You are freedom. You are freedom. Rise up. Okay? You deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? What do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest your dreams is a part of personal liberation. Daring to manifest. Listen, become a healed healer and get out here and manifest your dreams. Manifest your dreams. Many of us have blockages. I'm telling you, just from people speaking certain things to us, certain mindsets that we've held on to for so long. And so, you know what I'm saying? That old pain and stuff that we don't even realize that's still in there. Different little thoughts that show up, and you be like, how did that come up? Where did that thought come from? That lets you know things are still in your cell memory. Just like if I were to ask you to tell me what it was like when you were a 7-year-old and you were in Miss Jones' class. Do you remember that class? Your brain is going to go back to the 7th grade. I mean, when you were 7 years old and in Miss Jones' class. You know what I'm saying? Just like your mind can go back, there's the cells in your body. Remember that. Your mind has a storage place for those things. You know what I'm saying? And until you deal with those things, they're just going to be there, just getting triggered every time certain things, they're going to be firing off every time this happens, or every time you try to go after your dreams, or every time, this particular mate does this, they're just going to be firing off, okay? So once you become liberated, that's when you can truly, I don't know, like it seems like the lighting on here just kind of went down some. I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, let me put my glasses back on so I can see. But it's something's in my eye, but we ain't finna worry about it. Okay. You deserve to feel free. What do you imagine for yourself? Daring to manifest your dreams is a part of personal liberation. Find your own personal liberation codes in your soul's unspoken desires. Life is too short to live within someone else's story. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us, we would sit back here, and that was me at one time. I could always see, you know, within other people, their abilities, and I'm trying to push them to fulfill their dreams and push them and, being there for them, willing to manage them, willing to help them. But Spirit is saying, it is not intended for me to live my dream or you to live your dream. Live somebody else's dream, live somebody else's story. What's your story? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? Because sometimes we be sitting back here like, what I want to be. Yeah, I'm 38 years old. Okay. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? Because just because you're 38 don't mean you're doing what you want to do. It doesn't mean that you doing what you enjoy doing. It doesn't mean that you're following after your passions. I don't care if you're 49. What do you want to do? What do you want out of life? I don't care if you're 55. What do you want to do? What do you want to manifest in your life? What is it that you haven't done that you have given up on? Okay, see, that's an indication that you are a wounded healer, that you are a wounded soldier, that you're a wounded queen, you're a wounded king in need of energetic healing to get you back on your path. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to wait another day on your healing. Okay? You don't need to wait another day on your healing because your future is waiting on you. Liberation. We didn't come here to live nobody else's dream. You didn't come here to be what she wants you to be or what he wants you to be. What do you want to be? You know what I'm saying? And then everybody, when I say that made me think of like Peter. But Peter, who do you say that I am? So God's like, well, who do you say I am to you? Because you're trying to be what they want you to be. You want them to do this. You want to do what they want you to do over here. And who are you, though? Who are you? And who do you believe me to be is what God is saying. Who am I to you? So if I'm good enough for them and I'm good enough for them, why I ain't good enough for you? To help you manifest your dreams. You see them manifesting their dreams and they manifesting their dreams. Well, who do you say I am to you? Because obviously to them, they see me as a manifester. What do you say? Who do you say I am? What am I to you? You've given up your dreams, boo? You done given up on your dreams? I don't give a doggone it if you're 59, 63. It ain't too late. Okay? Lord have mercy. Spirit is talking today. Okay, find your own personal liberation codes in your soul's unspoken desires. There are things that are hidden beneath those they're deep in your cells, encoded in your DNA, but you ain't fulfilling those things. And listen, this is what this one lady told me. Lord, what is her name? Jesus. Why did her name just Jesus? She just told me this. She said, we were just talking, and good Lord, how did I forget? Mindy Strick. She said, somebody is going to do it in your family. Why not let it be you? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, it's in the DNA for it to happen. It's in the spiritual books. It's in the Akashic records that this is supposed to happen. So either you're going to step up to the plate and do it, or it's going to be the next generation after you. But let's stop waiting on things to go on to the next generation. Stand up and be the God-given, the soldier, the queen, the goddess that God has called you to be. Stop waiting on somebody else to do what you can do. It's in your DNA. You just got to tap in. It's in your DNA. It's in your DNA. But see, we don't let so many things cloud us. What people said, what people did, our youth, our laziness, our stuck energy, because we keep trying and then we ain't going nowhere. I'm telling y'all, energy healing. It's going to help y'all see a lot of things that you hadn't seen before. It's going to move a lot of doubt out of your way. And then that's when it's important for you to guard your energy. Guard your energy. Once you go to getting cleansed and stuff, and you got to guard your energy and guard your dreams. Guard your dreams. Stop telling everybody what your plans are. Create you a plan and execute, because everybody is not happy for you. I keep saying this over and over again. Manifesting, having faith in God and waiting on the manifestation of the things that you praying to him for. You don't need everybody in your ear, because they'll start throwing little negativity, little doubt, little worry, little stress in there. I'm telling you, and it'll be people that sometimes don't even intentionally know that they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just because they're so low vibrational, and because they didn't do it, they don't see how you're going to do it. Because they weren't strong enough to face their own demons and overcome the limitations that was set before them and tap into the DNA that's encoded in them, which is in our birthright. It's in our birthright. We're an extension of God. So it's encoded in our DNA, because God's blood is running through our veins. His spirit is what we breathe in and out every, how many times we breathe in and out per minute? Okay. It's in and out. So because we are an extension of him, it is a part of our DNA to be the head and not the tail. But you got to tap in to your DNA. Your DNA is a royal priesthood. Spirit is just waiting on us to get in alignment. But like I said, stop telling people your gifts. Just stop telling people your dreams, rather. Stop telling people your dreams. Because this is what I was saying. Because they didn't do it. They don't see how you're going to do it. So they're going to then impart a lot of doubt, worry, and fear within you. They didn't tap into their God-given ability to overcome. Everybody is not an overcomer. Everybody is not more than a conqueror, because they have not really accepted that that's who they are. They gave up on their dreams. God gave them talents and gifts, just like they're giving you talents and gifts and dreams. God gave them, let them have dreams, let them have gifts, let them have talents, but they did nothing with it. They were too afraid. They were too afraid. And then when you put things in context, here we are in 2023, you think about 50, 60 years ago, yes, they had a lot more to overcome, a lot more to face. And even though some people still fought through and still became, they had a lot more to face. Now, we you know what I'm saying? Now, we're products of them, so we got to overcome some of their fears that they've imparted on us. And see, we overcome that by tapping in. And by recognizing that I need to get some clearance. I got to get myself aligned, so I can get this fear out the way, because I don't need nothing to stand in between me, my healing, my liberation. Okay? Yes. And we got one more here. I don't know if y'all, hey, if Spirit is speaking and this is resonating with you in any way, hit that like button. Don't leave your girl hanging, okay? I'm trying to grow this channel. And just a like from you. Just a like from you. That's all I need, is a like from you. A subscribe from you. You know what I'm saying? A check mark in the comments. A heart in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Anything in the comments that's positive, okay? That's all I'm asking you for. If you're sticking around to this point, then God is obviously speaking to you, okay? But this last card is, she's saying grounding. So we had Sekhmet, wounded healer, Queen Mother Nanny, liberation, and now we got Sarche, grounding. And she's saying, didn't I just tell y'all to protect your dreams? Jesus Christ. The first word said protect your magic, that magic within you. I know I'm on point today. Your heart is your own, okay? Your body is your own. Your mind is yours. Your truth and story are your own. Be rooted in your truth. Create healthy boundaries. You can't talk about your dreams to people who gave up on their dreams and don't know how to be supportive of you. Sometimes you just gotta let people see when it happens. Because they'll be wondering how you gonna do that? How you gonna do that? How you I don't know. See, that ain't for me. I couldn't do that. No, because see, you would give up. When the pressures came in, you would give up. If I would tell y'all what my schedule looks like, but because I'm protecting my dream, I can't even tell y'all. But if I told y'all what a typical week looks like for me, honey, I know that there are plenty of people who couldn't do it, but I know there are plenty of people who can. And I know that God put it before me because he knows that, even though I'm going to, be ready to throw something, I might be ready to throw the remote, I might be ready to throw a pen, I might be ready to throw a book, I might want to throw my phone, I might want to kick up some dust. But you know what? I'm going to come back and do exactly what he told me to do. I might go out here and kick a quick fit and be like, God, why you, no. Breathe in, come on right back in him. Like, okay, Lord, let's get on back to this. Lord, give me the strength to get through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, this client you sent me, I just keep telling them the same thing and they refuse to do it. You know what I'm saying? You be like, God, why you? Okay. But you know what? I'm going to pick that phone up next week and we're going to get on Google Meet and we're going to do this thing again next week. Okay? Because when God equips you and when he calls you and tells you to do something, you just got to go with the flow and do what he say, because the opposite is disobedience or not doing what God says to do, and it's going to be a lot more to pay. You know what I'm saying? So might as well just do what Spirit tells you to do. Okay? But anyway, this is what we're talking about, grounding. Let me get back. Grounding. Let me put my reading glasses back on, y'all. Wow. Your energy is unsteady. I wish I could see this. Your energy is unsteady. What's one of the first things I said in the beginning is that some people need to do some energy cleansing. I don't care if you do a sound bath healing. I don't care if you need to do a meditation. You can I can do meditations with you. I can do, first of all, counseling, a spiritual counseling session with you real quick. Let's see what's going on. Then we can do some meditation. But if you need more, if you need sound healing, if you just need a Reiki session, though, I'm telling you, sometimes you might need one of my spiritual baths put together. And I don't sell those unless you, I got to talk to you first. I had this person to tell me one time, I just need a spiritual bath. I just need a spiritual bath. Listen, I don't even know you. I don't know what's going on with you. You don't just call me ask for no spiritual bath, baby. I need to know what's going on with you. I'm not just, for me, I got to know what's going on with you. I need to be able to tap into your energy, tap into your spirit. You know what I'm saying? See where your mind at. Because for me, spirituality is not a one size fits all. A counseling session, a therapy session is not a one size fits all. Everybody has different needs. That's why we create care plans. Because the care plan is individualized to the specific person. Okay? So at the end of the day, I'm telling you, it came right back. Your energy is unsteady. Breathe. Come into the present. Say out loud, I am here. Trauma, stress, overwhelm, anxiety, and fear disconnect you from your body, but grounding keeps you present. When you feel rootless or unsettled, come back to your breath. I'm telling you, meditation and breath work are grounding. Try earthing, going out in the earth, just walking bare feet. If you know, or if, you know what I'm saying? If you're near an ocean, just go put your feet in the sand, okay? Get in the ocean, put your feet in the river, in one of those areas, where people can actually put their feet in the river. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and okay, use your common sense now. Don't just stop side the road and go jump in the river and be taken out by a current. Go to the places where it's okay for people to go. But try earthing, connecting your look. I didn't even read it. Something bit the crap out of me. A mosquito in here, something. But meditation and breath work are grounded. And then she said, try earthing. And I stopped right there and didn't even read it. She said, connecting your feet to soil. If I just kept reading, free writing, clapping, stomping, and rubbing your hands together are all grounding. And your declaration is, I am firmly planted and deeply rooted. And I'm going to add in God. Okay? Yes. So what we've heard today, you guys, is that we are being wounded healers. We don't even know, you know what I'm saying, how to really help heal other people because we ain't healing ourselves. We are numero uno. Numero uno. And once you do that healing, then it's gonna lead you to liberation, to freedom. Okay? Freedom to do what it is that you've been called to do. Freedom for you to walk into your own greatness, into your own path in life. Those gifts and those talents that you want to use, your dreams. You're free to do that. But Spirit brought it right back to the fact that we need to do grounding. Our energy has been unsteady. Let's get grounded. And one of the main ways to get grounded is to do this energetic healing. Okay? Well, you guys, I love you so much. I wasn't expecting this to be this long, but hey, God does what God has to do, and I hope this has been a blessing. Y'all have a great weekend. This is an interesting message for a Friday, but hey, that's what we needed. Okay, remember, I will trust in the Lord. All right. But listen, you guys, I do have a website, manifestationgoddessllc.com. All of my information is in the description box. Y'all have a great one.